What's up? Hi, I'm Lee, and I'm on a journey to lose weight, keep it off, and experience everything life has to offer. When I first started this weight loss journey, I started with Weight Watchers, Blue Plan specifically. I'm going to talk about how I feel, how much I lost, what I eat, and just my general thoughts on being on it for just a month. Obviously, a month is not really a long time when you consider how long it's really going to take to get down to an ideal size, but I figured I'd just give some constant updates. So, yeah. Alright, so let's start with how much weight I lost in a month with Weight Watchers. I lost 9.82 pounds, which I think that's pretty good. That checks out. You know, what we want is to average around 2 pounds per week. And so far we're averaging 2.5. So that's within the range that we want. You don't want to go too far over because then you run into problems with you're probably losing lean muscle mass, which we don't want to do that. Yeah. One of the other goals at the end is to get absolutely ripped. Maybe. We'll see. As far as how I feel pretty good. Not a lot has changed, really, and that's something to be expected. You're not going to get just tons of energy in 1 month going through a weight loss regimen. You've got to stick to it. You've got to introduce cardio, strength training, or resistance training is really a better word for it. All those other things to really get that I can do anything feeling. But I don't feel sluggish. I feel fine, which is great. But I haven't introduced really any sort of resistance training just yet. I plan to do that fairly soon. We'll see. Trying to stack everything on top of each other. So for right now, really what we're doing is just Weight Watchers. So I guess now what we'll do is take a look at some of the things I ate. They may surprise you. So this is pretty much kind of a sampling of some of the things I ate. So I'll talk about a few of them, just give you some general thoughts. Obviously, chicken. So I buy a big pack, I go to Sam's Club, and I actually have a really nifty vacuum sealer. So what I'll do is I'll portion them out. Usually fit 2, or this one's massive. So, and eat chicken several times a week. Chicken just, I mean, it works in literally every diet. So, chicken. Eggs. So, one of the big things about Weight Watchers is you have, at least with Blue Plan, and I think the other plans, I don't know enough about them to really speak on them very well, but you have 0 point foods. Now, these foods, basically, the idea is that you can eat as much of them as you want. You really shouldn't do that, because they're still going to have calories with them, but the idea is to get you used to foods that you can eat a larger quantity of and it's okay. One of those, eggs. So I eat anywhere between 3 to 6 eggs a day, and I just put them in with different meals. Breakfast, I'll eat them with dinner sometimes. If I feel like I haven't had enough protein in a day, I'll just make a plain omelet, put some hot sauce on it, and call it a day. But eggs, great food. Just and another one of those things, works with a lot of diets. So bodybuilders, powerlifters, runners, Rambo, and it's not Rambo, Rocky. That's right, Rocky. I mean, if it's good enough for them, it's good enough for me. Fruits. So I don't really have a super huge sweet tooth, but I do keep different berries on hand. So here's strawberries, blueberries, blackberries. I don't know why so many people are sleeping on blackberries, but blackberries are delicious. Anyway, I keep some of these. Sometimes if I just kind of want something just to chew on, I'll just kind of grab like 2 or 3 blackberries and just eat them. And it usually will help out a lot in those situations. Again, another example of a 0-point food. You don't really have to track these. It's great. And if I do have a sweet tooth, I'll do one of two things. I'll make a parfait with this light whipped cream, which honestly I can't tell the difference between regular whipped cream and light whipped cream. I don't know, but I'll take the fruits and just make a simple parfait on it. I think this is, it's just like a couple of points, which is not that big a deal for the whole day. I usually always have a bunch left over, but I'll usually make a parfait if I'm feeling like I have a sweet tooth coming on. These are great. Or I'll eat one of these Robert Irving's Fit Crunch. I get these at Sam's Club. I think this is like, they're usually somewhere between $15 and $20 for a box of 18. So it roughly makes it about $1 a serving. I mean, these are really just, protein bars are candy bars for the most part. They're just got protein in them and maybe not as bad. You certainly don't want to like eat one of these every day, but sometimes like with my job, I do a lot of driving around, so I won't always have access. So sometimes I'll just throw one of these in my pack along with like a little protein shake, and it's good. If I feel like I want a candy bar, I'll grab one of these. I think it's like 6 points. It's not that bad. Oats! 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 I mean, it's just oatmeal. It's another one of those things. Oatmeal is supposed to be really good for you. I don't really know why. Something about the way you digest it. I should probably look into that. But I like oats. I'll put berries in it to sweeten it. Even sometimes I'll put a teaspoon of like brown sugar in there. And the teaspoon of brown sugar I think is 1 point. Not that much. Brown sugar compared to other refined sugars, granulated sugar, powdered, all that stuff is better. But obviously I haven't cut sugar completely out of my diet. Again, baby steps. Baby steps. But oats are a great thing. I usually eat it in the morning. It's a good way. I feel like if you're going to have carbs in a day, start it out in the morning. Refuel the day. Non-fat Greek yogurt. So, according to Weight Watchers Blue Plan, these are any amount. I checked. I like put in a quantity of this whole tub, 0 points. That's ridiculous. I mean, I'm not eating a whole tub of this, but it really works great for a sour cream substitute. Things that you might use sour cream. I'll put a little dollop of this on it. It's 0 points. Sour cream still isn't that much, but this is great. Greek yogurt's good for you for some reason. And Greek yogurt is high in protein, which is good. We want more protein because we don't want to lose lean muscle mass. Ooh. One of the things that I found during this whole process, I love pasta. I love carbs. But pasta is super high in points, so usually if you eat pasta, that's like all your points for a day. So, Rouse is actually really good. I never had it before this. Usually just got cheap stuff. I really like to make my own, but it's really time intensive. But this is very low in points for a serving. Servings, half a cup, that's usually enough. But what I'll do is this. This is spaghetti squash. And I've never had spaghetti squash as a noodle replacement. And it's really good, actually. I'm really surprised I haven't had it before. So if you haven't tried spaghetti squash, give it a shot. This is really, spaghetti squash is a vegetable. Vegetables are good for you, right? It satisfies that urge for pasta, at least for me, anyways. But you know what goes great with that spaghetti squash and that Rouse homemade marinara? Chicken. Ghetto chicken parm. It's not really chicken parm, but it kind of like hits close. So these are breaded chicken bites. And these are 1 point a nugget. Worth it. What I do is I will use it. I use this in a lot of stuff. I use this to make breakfast burritos, like a chicken breakfast burrito. If you haven't had a chicken breakfast burrito, you should make a chicken breakfast burrito or go somewhere that makes them. Get on that. Eat it as a meal on its own with one of the other Blue Plan sponsored 0 point vegetables and or low point starches. But these are great. I get these at Sam's Club. I think it's $10 for a bag. It's 3 pounds. That's not too bad. Potato Puffs, otherwise known as tater tots. Are tater tots trademarked? Anyways, potato puffs. These are great. Goes with a lot of different things. Sometimes I will do a serving of this, like 5 of the nuggets, call it a quick meal. Throw in some broccoli or something, and you know, when you're in a real hurry, it's actually not too bad. I also put these in breakfast burritos, and breakfast burritos are delicious. And there's been a few days I ate it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and for a snack, and I'm not mad or sad. Breakfast burritos are great. This is something my wife got at Aldi. Flex. Flex. These little things are basically, I think, some kind of rice cake. Anyways, a serving is 24 chips, and a serving on Weight Watchers Blue Plan, Weight Watchers Blue Plan, is only 2 points. Ridiculous. So if you're like a snacky person, I'm a snacky person. This kind of will cure that craving you have. Oh, and it has protein in it. Oh wow. That's 10 grams of protein and 24 of these chips. Not bad. Flex. Tacos! So these are like little bitty mini tacos. They're frozen. Another one of those little quick things to do when you're in a hurry. Also, my son likes these. And what my son likes, we will continue to buy because he's picky. These little mini tacos are a point a piece. About 5 to 6. Makes a decent little meal. Pair that with the non-fat Greek yogurt, and it's pretty tasty. I like to put a little salsa with it too, just to change it up, give it a little extra flavor, but it's great, it's crunchy, low points, nice little quick meal. Well anyways, that's my 1 month overview of what I've experienced with Weight Watchers Blue Plan. How I'm feeling about it so far. And I'm pretty stoked. It's doing pretty well. 10 pounds, or just shy of 10 pounds is awesome. That's exactly kind of where we want to be at. I still get to eat lots of food that's what I consider tasty and not super bland. And pretty happy about it. Not a whole lot to say, honestly. I do plan on doing some more updates on my experience with Weight Watchers. I'm sure there's going to be some hills and valleys involved. I'm going to start introducing workout regimens very soon. If you're tuning in now, thanks. I really appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying what we've got going on, this journey. Hopefully, through my successes and losses, you can learn. Anyways, if you are enjoying this, please give me a like. I would really appreciate it. It helps me out. And I want to see where this is going. And I'm motivated not to stop. With that being said, you stay motivated and do a Shia LaBeouf. Just do it! See you later.